y'all doing? I don't know if anybody's here, but hey, am I freezing? I just realized how much of my stomach is showing on screen, and I'm trying not to freak out. Ah! Can you hear me? I guess if you just said nope, you can hear me. Because my air conditioner on and my fan is on. Um, because it's hot as hell in here. Hey Kim. So if you don't know, I put a pause on my art and coloring classes because I am in full production mode right now. I released my coloring book, Pause and Proper, and because of all the things going on right now, everything's a little pricier at the moment. And since the last time I used my manufacturer, their prices have gone up. So I decided I have a binding machine. My husband bought me a binding machine. I may as well use it. He kept making subtle comments about the fact that I wasn't using it. So I was like, got a binding machine. I have a really good printer. Let me, because I was already doing the loose color stops prints for everybody. So y'all already know you can order like printed stuff by me. So I might as well bind them while I'm at it. So here I am. If you haven't seen it before, this is Pause and Proper. I did the Zodiac coloring book and Vitamin Color as well. So, but I finished binding, well, I finished pressing those two books. They just had to be bound. I'm going through right now and I'm pressing everything. And once everything is pressed, then I'll print all the covers and then I could put the spirals on everything all at once. When this thing is actually plugged up, it spins, so it just, the spirals right into everything. But this is the book that I am currently pressing if you pre-ordered it. We are on task for my original production date. Even though I am binding them myself, I'm still in the same timeline as the professionals. So that should tell you something about how fast I'm working. But this is the full coloring book. I know I haven't released the full one yet, but you see this really, really big, all hand drawn. I do not use AI. You've seen me draw, so you know I could draw. So today I am pressing, and I do not have my wrist brace, so I'm hoping that my wrist will hold out. I only press a few a day, one to give my printer a break, because it'll cuss me out if I go on too long. And two, my wrist will also call me every name but what the Lord gave me. But like I said, even with that, I'm still on schedule. So before I even go, I need to, I hate wasting paper, but I have to test it to make sure my stuff is right. Okay, I'm good. I'll use that for some, double check it. Just making sure my holes were right. So feel free to talk to me, ask me any questions. This is usually, I put the TV on and I kind of just zone out and I just press. I can only do 3 sheets at a time because that's how thick the paper is. So I'll press and then I'll turn and I'll put them in their little stack. I went on my artist date today, which if you haven't seen my vlog, you should be watching my vlog. But I go on these little artist dates once a week as required by the Artist Way book. So I started reading that book, and that's why I'm a little bit behind getting ready today because I left. Okay, down. And for reference, this book is 27 pages. And it's about 25 of those pages are color pages. Very, very pretty, very detailed pages. And again, I have no shame in saying no AI was used to produce these little pages. Printer, you're gonna have to wait. Printer's telling me it's out of paper already. I'm like, you're gonna have to wait. I need an assistant. Sometimes if I want to be fun, I'll set a timer to see how fast I can go per book. And then I end up telling myself, slow down. Hi. Hi. Everything is good. It's stuck on me now. Thank you. Last pages. All lined up. This book feels bigger than what it's supposed to be. Are you bigger than what you're supposed to be? No, no, that's all the pages. So I want to feel thicker. If you're just coming in, there has been a pause on there has been a pause on the coloring book while I work on. There's been a pause on the coloring classes while I work on the coloring book. Like, my brain was not releasing that at all. It was fighting me tooth and nail. Oh no, not the coloring book order. Not the coloring order. I don't know if you probably can't, I don't know if you can see behind me, I have a whole mess I got to put back in order because I've been working in my sketchbook a lot lately. So I have colors missing galore that I have to put back in order. And sometimes I don't be wanting to worry about putting them back in order. I just want to stick them. But I know I'll kick myself for that later when I'm looking at the swatch sheet trying to find a color. It gets to be tedious that I do that right. Okay. I don't want to miscut those. I had to scrap a whole coloring book the other night because I it mispressed. I had a whole fit. I cried. I told my husband I was a failure. I was like, I'm never doing this again. The damn binding machine betrayed me. He was like, please calm down. I was like, no. No. See, I almost did that one wrong. I have to be careful. Don't be mean to me. Like I said, I can't rush it. Much as I want to be Speedy Gonzalez. So we're two down. Oh, that one popped. I felt a pop in my wrist at that one. I felt that pop. Don't forget to like the live, guys. When you come in, don't forget to like. Oh, second, let me refill this dang printer. I have to feed the monster. AKA my $700 printer. Still here. I'm just getting paper out of the freaking printer. This is the end of this right here. Oh, print, dang it. Do your job. Do what I need to do. Court. Oh, I know somebody was in love with my rooster. Here he is. He got his own page with his own frame. This is one of my favorite pages. It's like all the little portraits. You get to make all the little animals. The fancy duck. Then the alligator. Yep, that's all the pages of that one. Okay. Don't want nobody missing no pages. Oh, y'all like body doubling? Because like I said, I could do this more. Because I have a goal to fill up my sketchbook, and I don't know if you guys have seen my sketchbook pages. I started a sketchbook. I haven't kept one in years, so it's like a big deal. And my desk is a mess with every freaking piece of art material you could imagine. And someone was like, "You're not using all of that in one page." Yes, the hell I am. Oops. I type A. Yes, I am. So the goal is 6 books. This is book number. Did I keep a head count? What book am I on? I don't remember what it was, y'all. Wait. I think this is book number 3. Somebody keep count. I think I'm on 3. Did I show you the butterfly page? I think that is cute, especially. Okay, so imagine this page, but you learn how to do the stitch technique that's popular on TikTok right now. I may attempt it with this page. This is book 3, right? I lost count already. Ow. So then one day I want to go back to like mass production and go back to the manufacturers. But if I had to continue making my books myself, I needed a motorized bookbinder. They're about $1,000, but they come with like a pedal. You just, instead of a lever, you just tap your foot on a pedal, and it does it. The opera. But to make it even more dramatic, that's a wolf and that's a pig, and they're doing an ode to three little pigs. But it's a love story. It's like plot twist, they were lovers. It's a whole new spin on Little Pig, let me in. I believe this was book 3, and it's the final book. Book 3, next 4. Okay, there we go. So these what my nights be looking like. Everybody's like, what are you doing tonight? This, stacking paper. Stacking paper. Ow. But if you were ever curious, the funny part is I tried to look up how to create a coloring book on YouTube. I could find no courses on it. Everybody was telling people how to use AI and KDP. I saw nobody walking anybody through how to create their own, using their own art, how to get it bound via manufacturer or by yourself. Everything was use AI, upload to KDP, and get quick money. And it's like I feel like they took the artisanship out of it. And it's not like a slam to anybody who uses AI or KDP. I'm just saying, I couldn't find a tutorial or anything by talking about it. I don't really have a beef with KDP. I actually considered KDP for this book originally. And if I wasn't so finicky about paper quality, I probably would be there. But I am finicky about paper quality. But we'll see. Because I do know there's a lot of people internationally that would like to get the book. But I also feel like in order to like make a lot of good money on there, you have to have multiple books, and you'd be competing with a giant like some of them other groups. I'm being shady. where I just went wash my hands. I don't know where my hand sanitizer is, so I just went. I have a bathroom back there, so I just went and washed my hands real quick. Yeah, there's a lot. The it feels like very very saturated right now because everybody just started jumping on there, and I think somebody did a review of like the top selling coloring books, and so many of them were just generative, or they come from like art agency where there's multiple artists working on one book. You don't see a lot of people who did their books by themselves on there. I gotta find where my hand sandy is to keep it handy. But like I said, I just washed my hands in the bathroom. Wait, what was I on? I could have swore I just pressed you. I get you mixed up. Or am I just imagining it? I'm just imagining things. I'm imagining things. Okay. Good to know. Side. Okay, 4, 5. We started at 8, now we're on book 5. Here's the one everybody fell in love with, the Queen. practice every day for the week. And then we want to be within our original estimated shipping window, which was the end of this month. Of course, if there are any changes, y'all will know, especially if you're on the mailing list. If you're not on the mailing list, please get on the mailing list. But the fact that y'all here, let me know that you're on the mailing list. And by the way, you can find this binder on the Zon, in case anybody's interested in it, because you don't just, you don't have to just bind coloring books. If you want to bind a journal, you can. I have a friend who binds all of her journals and planners. And she was the one who bullied me into getting a coil binding machine, and I in which turned around and just asked my husband for it for Christmas. So if you're somebody who just wants to do your own, and they're not too expensive. Of course, there's the ever popular Cinch one, but I liked this over the Cinch because you can do a full size page. You can do up to A4. That's why I chose this over getting a Cinch. And I thought that by now they would have given us a full-size Cinch machine, but for whatever reason they haven't. If they did, I probably would have went with that. But I ain't have no time to be having to double press everything. There we go. That was 5. Said, guys, don't forget to like the live. There's 8 of y'all and there's only 4 little thumbs uppies. I always wanted sometimes to be like one of those people when they have a live or something and they come on there, I'm not speaking until I get 500 likes in a galaxy. Cause I be sitting there like, and then I see people paying it, and I'll be like, y'all could just scroll. Y'all don't have to take this type of abuse. But as far as like the body doubling, I'm gonna be doing a lot of live painting in the future. I know I've been saying that for a long time, but I'm serious. Y'all saw me go to Michael's and buy those canvases. I had a whole conversation with those canvases. So I'm putting together a portfolio this year. I haven't had a portfolio in years. I'm gonna get me an art show because I haven't been in an art show since I moved down here. This is time to get back out there. Stop hiding. Final one. Okay. That went faster than I thought it would. That went way faster than I thought it would go. So this is all the internal pages bound. Next, once I get all of these printed out, and I still have a bunch to go. I have to do 27 pause and proper ones, but I finished all of Vibrant Color. So you see how thick this sucker was? It's a lot. It was a lot more pressing. So once I get them all printed out and pressed, because I wanted to make sure that that was done just in case my printer decided to go kaput on me. Knock on that. But this is the cover of it, of what it would look like. This is my tester book. What I did, and I did all the, remember all the practice sheets we did for the class? I bound them all in a little book. So now I don't have to go like looking for them anymore. They're all bound for me in one little place. So I can always go back to here for my reference. Look at my, y'all made fun of my ugly baby. And all the lips that we did. got everything bound in a book. I'm going to try to find the binding clips that are, you can reopen and add stuff to them. But I was like, now I don't have to worry about everything being all over the freaking place. I have everything, you know, in its own place. And eventually, I'm going to bind every single coloring page that I completed in like one master book. Because I have the ability to do that because I have a binding machine. I can do one big master book of every single coloring page that I've done. Anyway, this is Pause and Proper. So it's like 25 coloring pages. And it's top bound. And the reason I decided to top bind it, because I was like, if you wanted to, when you're done, you can take the spiral out, or you can take scissors and cut along, and now you can like put your picture in a frame if you want to. But it's one. Gave you like, I wanted to give y'all like a full page of a dress so you can like really do patterns on it. Little masquerade. That's a nod to like the new season. So, any questions? Like I said, we have a lot of like these portrait pages. This is one of my favorite ones. This is the actual last page. You know, we get the ball. A love match was made and we're at the ball now. So you get to follow these characters, some of these characters through the book, and you can see who gets a love match. This is another one with the queen. This is like my nod to like the Bridgerton spinoff of Charlotte. Lots of pages. So I was like really nervous about binding them myself, printing and binding them myself. But I'm, you know, I'm happy to say that they're, you know, they're coming out good. Oh. Hawaiian, my love, Hawaiian. Get you a man that will jump in your live to make sure he gets your food order correct. So. So does anybody have any like questions? Like I said, I'm willing to, excuse me. This is your time. This was my tester. But yeah, that's pause and proper. And of course, we still have the Zodiac one that a bunch of you also ordered. And all of this is printed on 120-pound cardstock. And if you've seen my coloring pages before that I've done on my lives, you know how good that paper is. That's the exact paper that I use to make all of the coloring sheets that you guys see me do. So you know that they're vibrant as hell. You know they hold color really, really well. And have you guys been practicing? I know I haven't been live and held a class in a while, but have y'all been practicing all the techniques that I taught you? Well, if that's all, you guys, I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for joining me for this behind the scenes look of how the binding process works. And, maybe you can get a little bit of appreciation for the work. These are your first coloring books? Wait, mine are your first? Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you for choosing me. And I hope that you love them. As you can see, a lot of work goes into them. A lot of love goes into them. And you guys kind of got to see the whole journey. You've seen me talk about it. You see me draw them. You see me color them. And now you get to see me make them. So I hope you guys really, really love this book. Especially since now you know the backstory of how this one came to be. So I hope you guys love it. But thank you so much for joining me tonight. We'll see if I go live again later in the week. Because I do have... this week, I will be working on the March birthstone. Thank you. I'm probably gonna... I posted them to my community post. So if you haven't, go check out Garnet, which is January, Amethyst, which is February, and Aquamarine, which is March. And of course, if you're born in April, you are a diamond, literally. So I will be working on that this week. We'll see if I end up working on it live or not. But thank you. But have a good night, you guys. Thank you again for coming.